Good morning, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share, please. All right, I want to talk about these interrogations with GYPSY Rose a little bit. But before that, I'll talk about something with this Charlie Kirk deal. Doesn't make any sense, man. Okay? I watched on somewhere a medical examiner, okay, that's been in the business 15 years. She said the same thing that I thought, okay? Well, I called a funeral director, and I also called someone that, well, I don't want to say exactly who, but real close with the medical examiner's office here where I live. Okay? Posted the same exact thing. An autopsy on Charlie Kirk had to have been done legally, and they didn't do it. His wife somehow, magically, never been done before, goes to the emergency room. A fucking emergency room doctor signed the death certificate when he was assassinated in front of all of us, supposedly. Your wife cannot just go sign off on it, no autopsy for that, guys. Sorry, any violent deaths, number one, whether in front of you or not, must have an autopsy. In fact, any unattended death, unless you know someone has a long-term disease, I mean, if someone's eaten up with cancer and, and everyone knows it, you find them dead in their bed, okay, well, any unattended and any violent death, guys, go look it up. Any violent death must have an autopsy. It doesn't matter. They tried to tell everyone, and this is how stupid everyone is, they bought it. Well, it was done right in front of us, so I know they shot him in the neck. We don't need an autopsy. We know what it was. Bullshit. There's many reasons, and it's a law. You have, go look it up, guys. Somehow, an emergency room doctor, no, a medical examiner must sign the death certificate and the manner of death. You can't have a fucking ER doctor just sign off a death certificate and say, oh, no, cause of death is homicide. They didn't even know that for sure yet. Guys. And then they just threw him in a casket and threw him on fucking Air Force Two. It's a wrap, guys. Don't ask any questions. Nothing to see here. No, guys. No. He's either not dead, or he thought he was going to fake his death. So either way, he was in on it. He had a blood pack on him. Okay, I saw the blood pack. So either he isn't dead and it was all fake, or he was going up there to fake it and they just took him out. Period. There is no other thing. There is nothing else, guys. You can think what you want. You can dream what you want. There was no autopsy performed for a reason. And Donald Trump is neck deep in this. And I'm sorry, all you guys that worship Donald Trump and love him and are unsubscribing to me, don't want to watch my videos, don't want to talk to me because I talk about your emperor God. You're being brainwashed by that man. And it is a cult. And there's a good reason for it. But I'm not going to go there. I'm here to talk about GYPSY Rose. I've already wasted 3 minutes. All right. Go watch her interrogation again. Okay? That man went in there. At first we thought, wow, this is the first dude that's not taking any of her bullshit. It's just, he's gone right in there at her. No, what they did is they got Nick's story first. Just because that bitch told Nick, oh, well, we already talked to GYPSY and she's told us everything. No. They got his story first because they knew, they were told, get it off of her and get it onto him. Okay? And then they went in there and told her, you watch the video, watch the interrogation. This is the point. When the cop goes, have you been threatened lately? And then she goes off, well, no, just one time in Walmart. No, he goes, no. I mean, have you been threatened? Haven't lately? She was supposed to grab the life preserver and say, yes, he threatened me. But she didn't yet. He had to keep going. And then it was never you two together killed him. It was never that. He, the whole time, framed it, your boyfriend did it. Remember? Then it turned to, he did it. All right? How about the part where, you see? And then she's going, well, my mom said that he was in the closet type like the Jeffrey Dahmer, mispronouncing Jeffrey Dahmer, trying to be cool, like she's not all up into the serial killers, right? And then he goes, but you know, your mom was right. You know, your mother was right about that, wasn't she? That's what he is, isn't it? She's right. He was giving her every opportunity to just, and that's all he had to do. That's what he was told. Go in there, get her to at least admit that what she knows happened, and that he made her do it, or not made her do it. He did it all, period. He did it all. You saw how they did it. Oh, so he was in the room by himself doing it, right? Okay, this, that, yeah. Oh, remember? Oh, you were just too strong. He was too strong, babe. You couldn't hold him up. You couldn't stop him. This detective just thought he was just so great with his little snowball analogies and the eraser and the pen. He's a dumb fucking hick. I can't believe they even sent him. But anyway, probably because he's either aligned or he's one of them. He doesn't seem smart enough to be one of them. He's an adjacent one. He was paid to say, listen, get it off of her, get it off onto him. Watch the entire, you can watch what I'm telling you is exactly what happened. Immediately, it was all him, none of her, all him. And then the whole verbiage turned to, your boyfriend killed him. He killed her. He did it. What's the reason? Why did he do it? Why was it him? You do not go into an interrogation when all you have is a body and you got a couple that you've already seen going in and out of hotels together and all this shit on video and all this. You would have all this information before you went in there to talk to them. They got all the text messages. They would have all that before they even went in there to talk to them, okay? Because they had their phones, all right? Okay. They would have went in there wanting to find out what the information was on both, and they would have he would have went in there trying to get on both of them until it got sorted out. Okay? And it would have been sorted out because it was both of them. It was her before he even got there, but it would have, what I'm saying is he was tricked into thinking it was him too. So that is not how you do an interrogation. You don't go in there like that immediately on the person you're interrogating side and trying to help them put it on their co-defendant. It doesn't work that way, guys. Especially when you know it was her. He knew it was her mother. And he was just a boyfriend. They've seen this 100 times before. Maybe not maybe. I'm not saying this jurisdiction. We've seen this a million times before. It happens quite often. Where these girls and stuff get their boyfriends to fucking help them whack their parents. A lot of them get away with it. Okay. Listen. That interrogation from the start was to hem him up and get her out of it. Now, let's talk about the next interrogation. You guys go watch it through the lens of what I'm telling you again. You're not going to look at it like, oh, yeah, he's been a real hard ass on her. This is the first person that wasn't going to take her lies and her bullshit. Boy, he's really going at her. No, he wasn't. It was made to look that way. Okay? And let's talk about mixed interrogation. Okay. You have to understand, these are two detectives that drove, I'm sure they drove or flew, but probably drove. It's not that far. From Missouri to Wisconsin. Okay? To do these. Those weren't Wisconsin police. Those are police that came from Missouri. This is Missouri's case. Wisconsin's just holding them. Okay? They knew the whole time what they were supposed to do and go up there and do. If this was a real case and they weren't told, you're going to go in there and fix this shit because she's protected in the whole deal. If this was a real case that they were just going in to try to solve, like any other normal case cops do, they're trying to look for what the real truth is. They're trying to figure out what really happened, not going in there with this motive, one-sided motive, okay? If all you know is you've got this gruesome murder of this woman found all stabbed up, throat slit, they know the blood's been drained out of her, they know that. The body's been moved around the house, they know that. All these things. And then they got these two weirdos, Gypsy and Nick, in custody, and they know, okay, they're trying to figure out what the fuck happened, supposedly, right? So she is a homicide detective, which means she only does homicides. That's all she deals with every day is murder investigations. They don't do drug crimes and all that. If you're a homicide detective, and they don't just let You have to be a street cop a while. You have to earn that. You have to take classes and tests and all this shit to become a detective. All right? They don't let just anybody do that. So she's dealt with nothing but murder suspects and people and their friends and acquaintances and all this shit in murder investigations. Do you really think she's ever walked in to a murder suspect that she don't know anything about and talks to them like a fucking first grader? Watch how she is. And he walks in, and she walks in, he knows he's a Rain Man from jump. Yes, they served me ham sandwiches, and I like them to be served with mayonnaise. Yes, they're good that way. I don't. She knew right away, okay. And she was talking to him like a child. She was told, this dude is slow. Get in there. Get him to waive his right. Make sure you're very clear about it. You saw how she read it to him. Can you read? Read it out loud. I'm just want to help you. Acting like a fucking kindergarten teacher. Get him to waive, which they should have never done. They should have called him an attorney. As impaired as he is, they should have called a fucking attorney. Okay? And then, and a real attorney that wasn't working for them would have said, fuck off, we're not talking to you. And they would have put it on her like it should have been. Now, you see how she's talking. Do you really think someone, a seasoned detective that's walking into murder suspects talks to them like a child? No, they don't. And her goal is to go in there and put the genital mutilation on him. She kept you sure? And he's like, no. That's why they never brought it up. That's why you didn't see it in the autopsy. That's why you didn't hear about it in a report. You can file all the fucking FOIAs you want. You're not going to get the truth. This is a big cover-up because she made a deal, period. Okay? Go watch these interviews. Go watch these police interviews again. All right? And then go watch David Blanchard's over on Trixie Lane's channel. Watch how he's just fishing for information. And that cop's trying to tell him over and over, it's cool, buddy, because he kept going, well, just so you feel better, our first time going through, our first time going through the house, we didn't see anything either. That was telling him, just chill out, man, it's cool. We're video and audio, you know that, just shut the fuck up, it's cool, let's move on. And the David Blanchards are fishing for information, what's going on, what they've got, how much they know, That's why he brought up Dan Glidewell. Okay? Go watch these police interviews again. They're very, very fucking telling. And I'll see you in the next video, guys.